Hello. It is time for another Facebook Live. Welcome. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning fan, welcome back. I am doing this live on Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. I come live every Wednesday at 7:30 Central Time, and I just learned something new. Hey, buddy. When I got ready to go live, before I actually hit the button, it said, do you want to share this to a group? And so I said yes. And so I think it should be sharing it with my Creating with Cindy group, and I don't have to go do it on my laptop and make you all wait for that. So that is fantastic. Hopefully it will work. I will check afterwards. I have been playing this week with a stamp set that is in the spring mini catalog. So this catalog, our annual catalog, is dead to me. You can still order out of it until the 2nd of May, I believe it is. A lot of stuff is already sold out. That's this big annual catalog. Let me just double check the date for you. Yes, through the 2nd of May. But a lot of what is retiring out of there has already sold out. But you know, if there's something you're looking for, be sure and check that out. You can use this host code to order online, and I will put a link in the comments of this video where you can order using that host code. This catalog, the spring mini catalog, which still has a bunch of beautiful things in it, goes through June. I think it goes through the whole month of June. Yes, through June 30th. So this one you can still order out of. So this week I have been playing with a set that's in this catalog called Catch You Later. And I hadn't played with it yet, but it's really a lot of fun. Because we have, as a demonstrator, we already have the brand new annual catalog that will be starting May 3rd, which is Tuesday. So next week, watch for lots of new stuff to see. Because we have that, we can look and see what in here is not in the new annual catalog. And this set is not in there. So if this is one you're interested in, I would go ahead and get it now rather than later. This is what the new catalog looks like. I can't show you the inside yet, but it is beautiful. As usual, they always come out with beautiful things. Every time I'm sad about something leaving, they bring out something that's, you know, just as pretty. Hey, Susie, welcome. So that will be starting next week. But this week I thought I would play with something out of the spring mini that I hadn't played with yet. You might have already seen this one I posted on Facebook yesterday with the kitty cat, and I've just been coloring them with my blends, which are so fun. And the paper I've been using on both of these cards is the Artfully Layered, I think it is. It goes with the, let me just find the page for you so you can see what I'm talking about, because I did not bring it over here with me. Artfully Composed paper. So let me show you that whole, so it goes with this whole suite. So it's all this beautiful paper. But I thought the oranges on this piece went well with the orange cat. And then for the monkeys, some jungly leaves just looked perfect. So that's what I used on this. So we will get started. Let's just get started. At the end, I have a few more swaps to show you with new products. So stick around and I'll show you that at the end. As always, I will put on my blog the measurements for this. And also, I will tell you at the end who won this card. This is the one we made last week using some more beautiful paper that's in that spring mini. And we just used our blending brushes and added some extra color to it. So this was a quick and easy card, and I will tell you at the end who won that card. All right, let's do our monkey stamping first. So because I'm coloring with blends, I'm going to use my Memento black ink. And this ink pad is a firmer, so you can use some firm pressure. Whoop. And you can drop it on your paper. At least it was on the scratch paper and not on my other paper. And we're just going to stamp this in the middle. We're going to die cut it. Oh, I need to show you these die cuts. They're new. Or these dies. Okay. So I'm going to let that sit for just a minute. I always like to let my ink, my Memento, sit for a few minutes before I color it, just to be sure it's nice and set before I start coloring with my blend. So while we're letting it sit, let me show you these dies. These are brand new in the new annual catalog, and they are called Stylish Shapes. And I've gone ahead and put them on a magnetic holder just because it's easier. These ones I'm sure I will be using a lot. But they have, if you can see, if I can pick this up, dots. So they're not quite stitched. It's more like dots around it. But they have that both on the part that cuts out and the part that's left behind. So you have these nice banners, which are great for sentiments. You have squares and circles, but they're fabulous. They had gotten rid of our stitched shapes earlier, and there's a couple of other die sets that are being discontinued, so I'm glad they brought some nice shapes back. So I decided to use this for my sentiment, and I'm using Evening Evergreen because it's a nice dark green. This is a piece of mint macaron that I die cut with one of those dies, and we're just going to hopefully stamp this straight. It's always a challenge. Not bad. And I don't remember if I mentioned or not, but everyone that comments on this video will be in the drawing for this card, and I will draw for it next Wednesday. All right, so I've got, this is a Pear Pizzazz card base. And then this is a great way to use up some scraps. I just got some scraps of this designer series paper. I'm going to go that way. And I'm just going to put them on just kind of angled, just with my Stampin' Seal. Trying to be sure I stay in the frame so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll have one go like that. And I like to do them at an angle like this because then you don't have to worry about them lining up exactly straight. You don't have to worry about them having the same spacing. It just makes it easier. I want that. I think I want it to go this way. And that. So that's our background. Pretty easy. And like I said, a good way to use up some scraps. All right. Let's go ahead and die cut our monkeys. Let's set that stuff aside. So I have to grab my machine. So this is the mini cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to use the biggest square. And so we will just center our monkeys in the square, or did I? Yeah, I just centered them. And put our other plate on top. Trying not to let it move. And then just push it through. There we go. All right. Then we can move this out of the way. Bring our scratch paper back. And now we have this beautifully die cut square for our monkeys. All right, let's color them. So I'm using, and I'll put these in the directions on my blog. I am using soft suede blends, so the pair of soft suede light and dark for most of the monkeys. And then I pulled out one of our new, they're meant to be skin tones, but you can use them for animals and other things. So this is the number 500. And then for the vine, I used the light Evening Evergreen and the dark mint macaron. But let's start with our monkeys. And because there was so much small area, I just used the bullet point. So I probably should have, I wanted to show you die cutting, but I probably should have colored one of these guys first. So you'll just have to watch me color them both. It won't take that long. Hopefully y'all are having a good week. Mine has been really busy at work this week, which is nice because it makes the days go by fast. We got to babysit our grandson last Sunday. That was fun. He is at such a fun age. You know, he just is interacting so much with you, and he has a lot of fun. He's a happy baby. He is 11 months now. It's so hard to believe. He's going to be a year next month. All right, so I'm just going to stop with one monkey, and then I took the dark, and you can see Stampin' Up! Kind of gives you where to add some dark. So where they've added, and I put a little bit under his chin, and then a little bit up there, and then his ears. I thought the inside of his ears should be dark too. And then I'm just going to go back with the light and just kind of blend that in. I really do like our blends. And now I'll do the same thing on the other monkey, the hanging upside down one. So I'll color him all in with the light soft suede. And you notice I'm leaving their faces. That's what I'm going to color with that other skin tone blend, just so they had a little bit more variation. And you've got to use these skinny ones because these little arms and legs are pretty skinny. But they're so cute. And I love the sentiments that come with this set. Hey, Allison. We're just coloring monkeys at the moment. Oh, I did this last time too. I forgot this one's arm. And his little fingers coming up over the vine. All right, let's get his legs. And his tail. And then we'll go back and do our blending like we did on the other one. So where those little dots are, and then a little bit on his head and his ears. Okay, now we're done with the dark. And then we'll just blend all that in. Go back with our light and blend it in. A little bit on his head and his ears. All right. Now we just need to go in and put our faces on. Don't color their eyes. So just go around their eyes. And I didn't do anything with their eyes. I just left them white. But I like this, just gave it a little more color to the monkeys. And these don't have light and dark. I mean, they progressively get darker, but they're not necessarily meant to blend together like a pair like that. So all I did is, once I did it, I went back again with some more on his nose, just to make his nose a little bit darker. All right, let's get our other face. See, it's not taking too long to color these guys. And again, go back on his nose a little bit. All right, our monkeys are done. So let's get our vine, and then we will be ready to put this all together. So what I did is I did the vine and then like every other leaf. I think, how did I do that? Yeah. So that's all the light evening evergreen. It's such a dark color that if you use the dark of that, it's almost like black. And then I just went back with the dark mint macaron and colored the leaves. So you had a little bit of both colors on the vine. There we go. There we go. That's all our coloring. So now we are ready to put all of this together. So what I did, let me grab my liquid glue. I decided I just wanted this kind of hanging out the edge, so I'm just going to put a little liquid glue on the top of this. And just put that, I should have done it. Here we go. Make sure it's kind of straight. Oops. There we go. All right, give that a minute to set. And then kind of lay it on here and see where it's going to end up. And then I took my snail or my Stampin' Seal and just put some adhesive underneath where the monkeys are going to be. And then I took some of this twine, and this is called Baker's Twine Essentials, so it's got all these neutral colors in it. And I used this one, which is maybe Crumb Cake or Sahara Sand. I think it might be Crumb Cake. Just grabbing my scissors. And I just took it and wrapped it around my fingers. Whoops. A few times. Just cut that off. And then you just kind of smush it down on that. Whoops. And I just want it there so it will hold it. And then you just have this nice messy stuff hanging out from it. And then my dimensionals, there they are. Then I put this up on dimensionals. So I wanted to be sure I put one out there since it was kind of hanging out there. And I'm using, as you can see, the edges of my dimensionals. Put one in the middle. Don't throw away any of your dimensionals because these edges are great to use too. And if you have something long and skinny that you want, you can just cut like the whole edge, use the whole edge of them. All right. Peel all of these off. Whoops, I don't think I got that one. There we go. And then we're ready to stick this on. So you just kind of center it like that. And I thought about if it needed any other embellishments, but I thought with the twine and all the coloring, it was nice. So there we go. There are our monkey cards. Like I said, everyone that comments on this video will be in the drawing for this. I'll draw next week. Last week we made this card, and the winner is Betty. I think this is the third week in a row that Betty has won. Congratulations, Betty. I'll get that to you. And then let me show you some other cards I got in swaps. Whoa! Let me just throw them around. Hopefully I can show this without. This one was made by Khaki. She's been to some of my classes. And it's this, she got this sentiment stamp set free. And then Kay made this one. And it has all of the in colors in it, which is fun. Easy to show. And then I made a couple with this new Wisteria stamp and die. So this is with the dies. So it has these Wisterias that you can make, and then the branches. And I actually, it's kind of hard to tell, but this green is some of the new Designer Series paper. So it just has a little bit of a pattern to it. And then this Designer Series paper is from the Tea Party, I think it's called, set. And this is some of the new ribbon. This is Orchid Oasis. And this is Parakeet Party. I'm still learning the names. And then this one is also with the Wisteria. So those are the Wisteria, but this is just the stamps. I just turned them upside down. And this is the new, wait, I have it right here. Sweet Sorbet. So when you look at the ink pad, it really looks red. But when I stamped this is all the same color. I just stamped it and stamped it off. So when it's stamped off, you can really see the pink tones in it. And then this is some more of that ribbon. So this is the Sweet Sorbet. And the sentiments were both from that set too. So there's a few new things to show you. I will have lots more to show you next week. And I will get this put on my blog shortly. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.